Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So, today's video, let's talk about the brain, alright? I got a lot of thoughts on this because, TMS means the brain's creating the pain, right? So let's talk about the brain. Before I do, breathe in the peace. It's late. 2 group coaching calls today. Great calls. Love it. If you're interested, check out the group. painfreeyou.com/join. Check it out. So, I don't know if you can hear the crickets outside. Got the front screen door open. Breathe in the calm. Exhale the chaos. Breathe in the clarity. Exhale the doubt. All right. So let's talk about the brain. First and foremost, it's a lump of cells in our skull. I think somewhere they said it's around 7 pounds or so. Not sure exactly the number, but in and of that range. There was even a Will Smith movie called 7 Pounds, and I think it was all about the brain. So, the purpose of the brain, from the moment you were conceived till the moment you eventually pass away, its primary job is to keep you safe and keep you alive. It's the control center for this entire thing called the human body, right? I can't do this without a brain, right? Just wouldn't work. I couldn't do anything without this brain, this noggin. And because its job since you were conceived till the moment you die is to keep you safe and alive, it can't be evil. It can't be working against you. It can't be sabotaging you. It can't be messing with you. It can't be doing any of those things because its primary job as the control center of the human body is to keep this human body safe and alive. It can't work against you. Now, it may seem like that, and even from a mental health perspective, my brain has all these crazy thoughts. My brain has all these anxious, worrisome, catastrophic thinking thoughts. My brain, as if it is something outside of us. But I love this saying, and it's so true. Whose brain is it? It's yours. If you can consciously decide, I'm going to think of a pink elephant, then you can consciously decide to think, I'm okay. My body's fine. I'm not broken, mentally, physically, or emotionally. You can consciously think, all those fearful, negative, Nelly thoughts that kind of wish through our brain, the what if, oh no. You have conscious control over whether or not you choose to believe those thoughts, ruminate on them, repeat them over and over and over again. It's your brain. You get to do what you want with it. Some people use their brain to do amazing things. Other people lead lives of quiet desperation. And there's billions of people in the middle of that, right? Our brain is designed to operate this machinery called the human body. It's exceptionally good at it. So why do we get symptoms? Whether it be pain or other chronic symptoms. Why do we get them? Simply put, the brain's just doing its job. And if it perceives danger, the warning signal are symptoms and or pains. Could be tingling, numbness, burning, weakness, muscle twitches, muscle spasms, muscle tension. Could be gastrointestinal distress, immune system response or over response. The brain is miraculous how it keeps us safe. You know, I've had 2 bouts of food poisoning where my brain suspected something was wrong, and it rallied all of the resources towards one primary goal: get this stuff out of my body. Doesn't matter if it comes out this way or out that way. And my body went into complete, everything else shut down, didn't matter. I got dizzy. At one point, I even passed out. You know, as I eventually, had to get this stuff out of my body, I was in a full-blown sweat from head to toe, soaking wet. This was the brain's way of using every resource available to keep me safe and keep me alive from that poisoned food. And what's amazing is the time that this happened, when I was in Thailand, within 30 minutes of me getting this food out of my system, I was feeling good. Not just not feeling like I'm dying anymore, but actually feeling good. I was a little bit tired, but actually feeling good. Like, wow, how amazing, how quick it was. My brain did all of that. My stomach didn't do that. My stomach sent some signals up to the brain that says, we got a problem. And the brain took over from there. The brain doesn't know how to work against us. And I've said it before, I'll say it again here. Your brain and nervous system, which the brain controls, is working flawlessly, perfectly. It's not dysregulated. It's not malfunctioning. You don't have to rewire it. We don't have to retrain it and do all this neural retraining programs and rewiring programs and, amygdala retraining and, nervous system regulation. All of that overcomplicates the entire recovery process. Things may seem like they're out of order and not working properly because this brain, whose primary job it is to keep you safe and alive, is operating on bad data, misinformation, and fear. Simply put, it's making the best decision it can based on the misinformation you've gotten from doctors, the internet, magazines, family members, friends, co-workers, your own thoughts, your own interpretations, your own conclusions. We get all of this information, and since the brain's primary job is to keep us safe, it goes, wow, there's a lot of scary stuff. We better act as if all that stuff is true and behave that way and turn on symptoms to protect us from all of this perceived danger. That's all that's happening. The solution is quite simple. If perceived information based on bad data and misinformation is all that's going on, and that misinformation is causing fear, if that's all that's going on, well, it has to make sense that gaining clarity, accurate knowledge about what is going on, how the system works, has to be your starting point. Without it, you're just not going to make any progress, right? You're just not. Because as long as the data is bad, the brain's always going to make a decision based on bad data, misinformation. So get the accurate knowledge, get clear on what's going on. Excuse me. I've talked about it several times. There's assessments. You can figure out if it's TMS or not. And if the assessments say it's TMS, please accept that. Gain clarity. Know that TMS means your body's already okay. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing broken. The brain is just operating on misinformation and fear. Correct the data. Use that accurate knowledge to dial down the fear. And once you do, you can then use that new data, the lower fear, to teach and show your brain that you're actually okay. Your brain is not out to get you. It's not messing with you, right? It's not trying to trick you or do you harm. And some people think like, well, I had one symptom and I got rid of that, but now I got another one, so my brain's trying to trick me. My brain's messing with me. No, no, no. The brain is still up here, hypersensitive, hypervigilant. And when the first symptom goes away, that's because you did a very good job in teaching and showing the brain that that first symptom is not significant. For example, your back pain. Your back is fine. You taught the brain that, so it let go of the back pain. But this brain and nervous system that's been up here for a long time is still on the lookout for perceived dangers, and the next thing you know, it might find something else to perceive as dangerous, and therefore turn on other symptoms, perhaps in a different part of the body, a different system in the body, immune, digestive, right? Even things like POTS, heart rate, dizziness, the balance system. The brain can perceive any number of things as dangerous and create virtually any type of symptom. Any type of symptom the brain can create based on a real injury or disease, the brain can create based on perceived danger. Because if the brain perceives you've got an injury, guess what? It's going to turn on pain as if that injury was true or real. So it's really important to get these concepts down. Your brain is your best friend. Your brain's just trying to help you, keep you safe, keep you alive. It's just operating on bad data and fear. That said, first job, learn, correct the bad data with accurate knowledge. Without that, the rest of this process probably doesn't stand a chance. And I just talked about this yesterday. If your TMS approach isn't working, here's why. Watch that. Go back one day. Watch that one. But you're hearing a theme here. Because honestly, this stuff is not that complicated. But I just wanted to really alleviate the fears that people have. Because many people are afraid of their brain. They're afraid of their own thinking. They're certainly afraid of their own emotions. And they're definitely afraid of their bodies. But keep in mind, TMS, perceived danger pain, means perceived, not actual danger. Therefore, the brain is creating the symptoms and the pains based on the perception of danger. Period. End of story. That's it. Case closed. That's all that's happening. And when you can truly get that from here, turn it into wisdom from knowledge, you can get better. You can get better a lot faster than you think. I had several people in group coaching today sharing their success of how they were out doing something. They came home, symptoms flared up, and they calmly reassured themselves. They didn't buy in with fear. They said to the brain, shh, we're okay. Nothing bad's happening. I know what it is. And when they did not feed the symptoms with fear or attention, guess what happened? Things settled down. It's exactly how it works. Now, had these same people freaked out at the presence of the symptoms, they're confirming the brain's perception of danger, which would have caused what? Symptoms to go up. So, all of that said, your brain's your best friend. Don't be afraid of your brain. Just give it data that will allow it to make better decisions for you, decisions that create a life of health and wellness, pain-free living. It's possible. People say, oh, is it possible to get rid of it completely? Yes. I've been there for over 12 years. And if I get a twinge, I don't care. And it goes away. Fast. Within minutes or hours at the most. So don't expect you're going to turn off the pain once and it'll never show up again. But that shouldn't give you cause for despair. It simply means that if some symptoms show up again, based on how your brain works, perceiving danger, call it out for what it is, Say, I know what's going on. I'm not going to buy in with the fear. I'm not going to give it attention. I'm going to move on with my day. Reassure myself. Maybe check in on my stressors, emotions. Feel them, just so the brain realizes emotions are safe. And that's really it. It's not terribly complex. So, I hope this video found you well. Everybody's doing well. Get on track with this stuff. The basic premise here is simple. You're not broken. Your brain's just operating on misinformation and fear. Your brain is your best friend. And so treat it like a best friend. Don't battle with it. Don't get angry with your brain. It's just trying to help you. Just trying to do its best. Give it better data so it makes a better decision for you and turns off the pain. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Love you guys and gals. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.